Dudula is visiting the offices of the Gauteng Education Department with the parents of learners who are yet to be placed in schools. The first day of 2026 academic year has kicked off today, and we know that thousands of pupils, particularly in Gauteng, have been stranded with no school placements. Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi is live for us in Johannesburg with more on the story. Linda, good morning. We've seen those snaking queues of frustrated parents, learners who have no classrooms as the new academic year kicks off. What is the situation where you are, and what is it that Operation Dudula plans to do?
Well, Michelle, it's been a relatively quiet morning here in Joburg CBD, but over the past hour or so, we've been seeing the queues grow, but also the arrival of members of the SAPS. I'm going to show you just behind me, you will see just two cars that are stationed there from the SAPS arriving over the last hour. But also here, one might really get confused as to how the queues are operating and where a parent needs to go. So on my right, you'll see there is also a queue, and this is the queue of people that are here to deal with the matric results, the merging of their results, and the authentication of such. But on this side, which we'll come to now, what we will see these are parents of learners that are yet to be placed. And of course, this is a relatively short queue compared to what we've been seeing throughout the morning and over the past couple of days. Parents really frustrated, trying to at least get a sense of direction in terms of what it is that is going to happen to their kids. But of course, this is here in the Joburg CBD, where many of these parents that you're seeing on your screen right now, including some who look like learners themselves, are going to be going into that particular office to deal with what would be regarded as just last-minute placement issues. As I'm still trying to paint the scene for you, you will also see that this side you have police officers who are also closely monitoring the developments this morning, as of course, like you mentioned, Operation Dudula is conducting operations this morning. Let's try to bring them into the conversation to get a sense of today's operation. Thank you very much for your time, and just for the benefit of our viewer, your name, your surname, and of course, the organization that you represent, and talk to us about today's operation. You've described it as a peaceful and lawful engagement in defense of children's right to education.
Thank you very much. My name is Tamima Dondo, Operation Dudula. We are here at the Department of Basic Education. We've actually brought in grievances from different places in and around Region D, especially in Soweto and many other places, of parents who have children that have not been placed at various schools for a number of reasons. We would like to engage the MEC and speak to the MEC. We've just been advised and been given information that the MEC is already engaged in CDB. We must wait for ±2 hours. But already the MEC has delegated his chief of staff to come and begin the engagement and start talking to us. We've got ±200 parents of children that have not been placed in various schools. We've got a list of about ±500 beside the people that are here, that of parents of children that have not been placed in various schools. One of the biggest challenges that we have is our children not getting spaces at schools, at various schools, because of one of the main reasons is the illegal immigrant children that are occupying space in our public schools. That we've from the longest time, from 2023, 24, 25, that we've been taking these concerns to the various government departments, particularly education, Department of Basic Education in particular. So we are here to tangibly show them the hot bodies of people that have not been placed at school. Not as if we are speaking from an uninformed sources.
Yeah.
We've brought the parents, we've brought the pupils, they are here.
When you engage the parents, what are some of the reasons that they gave you in terms of why their children are not yet placed?
It's a number of different reasons. One of the reasons is the system itself. It's too complicated. The system itself reject. So there's a number of challenges with the system itself, but also the incompetency. It's part of the problem. But more than apart from those challenges, it's also the issues of illegal immigrants that are occupying spaces in our public schools. You cannot have children that they are coming all the way from outside, that they've entered the country illegally. And when they are inside the country, you start giving them public services. It's impossible.
Let's talk about that, juxtapose it with what the department says are some of the issues that they're facing, because migration is not only coming from outside the borders of South Africa, there's migration from other provinces within South Africa coming to Gauteng, and that's burdening the system. When you look at that, have you, in terms of your engagements, put that as one of the things that you want to discuss with the Office of the Mnisi in terms of how do they deal structurally with issues of infrastructure and providing more schools, particularly for learners who would be coming to live in Gauteng from other provinces as well?
The overpopulation issue from different provinces, it could be one of the fundamental causes of the crisis. However, each province has got its own challenges, has got different challenges. But for example, in Gauteng. One of the challenges in Gauteng is that it's an economic hub. Everybody wants to see himself in Gauteng. Besides the immigration issue, we've got people coming from different provinces that wants to settle in Gauteng. So the economic opportunities have caused that influx in the Gauteng province. So what then becomes the solution in terms of allocation of spaces in schools with regards to that issue? So we've got a number of proposals that we want to table out to the department and give them solutions.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Okay. So that is, of course, the leadership of Operation Dudula out here at the Johannesburg CBD. Michelle, touching on a number of issues. One common thing that seems to, of course, be a concern for Operation Dudula is the issue, of course, of migration. And one of the points that the department has also raised over the past couple of days, and which is something that they continue to battle with, over the years, is the issue of not only migration from outside of South Africa, but also, within South African borders, people coming into Gauteng as, of course, what she describes as an influx, or what he describes as an influx from other provinces. So maybe we'll just try to get a sense from other parents on, what the situation is for them. Thank you very much for your time. Where are you coming from, and what is your situation in terms of learner placement?
All right, look, we are based in Alberton. The reason why I'm in here is because we did do applications in the school in around the area where we stay 2 kilometers away from the school. They've declined that, and they've accepted it in a school 20 kilometers away, which is, I think it's ridiculous. She states we can walk to school, where now it's inconvenience to parents as well to drive all the way 20 kilometers to drop the child off at school. At the end of the day, she's here now. She hasn't been placed in a school yet, where she should be getting an education. She needs education. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Have you tried the process of appeal, and what's that going? How's that going?
That's what we're busy with at the moment, yeah. That's what we're doing here today.
Yeah. Talk to us about your application and when exactly you applied, when you got the offer, and at what point did you start dealing with the appeal?
Look, this was already done last year. Last year, the middle of the year, we were busy with the application. It came through, they said the school that she was supposed to go to was declined, we must try another schole. So now, like I said, that's what we're here to try and find out why it was declined. If we stay in the area, she's got a good education, what is the problem? Why are we battling with this?
All right. Okay, so that is one of the parents, Michelle. Quinton Lee, as he's just pointed out, talking to us about his frustrations that the child has been placed 20 kilometers away from where they live, when in fact there is a school right at their doorstep. I don't know if I can speak to this parent. Thank you very much for your time. Just give us your name and where you're coming from.
Ek is Angie, ek is van Alberton af. Ek is hier so vir my kleinkind. Sy is in my sorg, my sorg, ek sy ouma. Ons het op tyd die applikasie gedoen online, het ek het gedoen en ons is gedecline. En vir 2 skole het ons aansoek gedoen en al 2 skole is ons nie aanvaar nie. En dis die rede en haar toekoms is voor ons weet nie wat ek kan toe mee nie en ons vra die departement van die skool om ons asseblief, ek pleit om te help, om ons te kan help.
Yeah. I presume she is starting grade 8.
Sy gaan graad 8 toe en hulle het ons weggewys.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. And when I put where are you from? And
Is my mother.
Oh, okay. You're together. Okay, cool. All right. So those are some of the challenges, Michelle, that parents are experiencing here on the ground. But obviously, it is something that the Department of Education battles with annually when it comes to learner placements, and complaints about the system itself is some of those that seem to top the list when it comes to why parents and learners are not getting placements. But of course, the issue of appeals is also another one that seems to be coming out quite often, because some parents say, they've lodged appeals that have not been dealt with. So some of those complaints are coming in relation to what happens when, the parent is not willing to take what's on offer, the school that is on offer, because there are a number of dynamics, Michelle, that the department deals with in terms of, learner placements. There are those schools that are also regarded as high pressure schools, which would mean that, immediately within the first 24 hours, they would see a large influx of applications. And at times, not every parent is going to get that school, which for many is their preferred school. So what happens in those regards? Parents are given second options, third options, some of which are not suitable for them, or some at times are not suitable for their needs and their travel needs that they may have. So these are the issues that come out quite often when it comes to learner placement, and parents are really frustrated because learners need to be in class to start the 2026 academic year, but that seemingly becomes a challenge when issues of learner placement are still being dealt with.
Yeah, some serious concerns, Linda, and as you say, the problem is so incredibly wide-ranging when it comes to learner placements and the difficulties we encounter year after year.